$9 trillion. That is the combined value of big oil's global fossil fuel empire. Refineries, pipelines, reserves, and infrastructure built over 100 years. And yet, quietly, without a single honest headline, the same companies that built that empire are now spending billions of dollars to help you buy an electric car. Not to save the planet, to save themselves. Because they have already figured out how to own the electric future, just like they owned the fossil fuel one. By the end of this video, you will understand 3 things that big oil's communications departments would very much prefer you never connect. Why charging your electric car tonight might still be putting money directly into ExxonMobil's pocket. The $20 billion bet ExxonMobil is placing on the EV market right now, while simultaneously pumping more oil than at any point in the company's entire history. And the 2030 EV mandate that governments say will end big oil's era. The one the oil industry is not lobbying against, because they helped design it. This is not a story about clean energy. This is a story about power, oil, electricity, control. One battle. This is Energy Wars.
On Energy Wars, 2 forces clash.
But the ultimate effect is your bank account. Today's battle, big oil against electric cars. Let's start with what everyone assumes. Electric cars run on electricity. Electricity is clean. Therefore, EVs have nothing to do with oil. Big oil loses. That logic sounds airtight. It has one problem. It assumes the electricity is clean. In 2025, natural gas alone powered 41% of all electricity generated in the United States. Fossil fuels overall, natural gas, coal, petroleum accounted for the majority of what came out of every power outlet in America. So when you plug your EV into the wall tonight, there is a better than even chance that the electricity filling your battery came from a gas-burning power plant. And who owns the natural gas that powers those plants? Who drills it, processes it, sells it to the power companies that deliver it to your wall? ExxonMobil, Chevron, BP, Shell. The same names on the gas station signs you thought you were escaping. The fuel changed. The beneficiary didn't. This is the electric illusion. The belief that switching to an EV means switching away from big oil. For most Americans today, the grid makes that mathematically impossible. But if you think that was accidental, if you think big oil stumbled into owning the electric grid by coincidence, then you have not seen what they did next. Before we go any further, check something for me. The next time you charge your electric car at a public station, look at the name on the charger. BP opened fast charging hubs at airports in Los Angeles, Boston, and San Francisco in 2025. Shell operates over 140,000 charge points around the world. The company collecting your money at the charger, and the company whose pump you thought you'd left behind. But the charger is just the front door. Open the hood and the same industry walks in with you. The average electric vehicle contains around 450 pounds of plastic and polymer composites, plus 250 pounds of synthetic rubber and elastomers. That is more petrochemical material by weight than the gas-powered car it's supposed to replace. Every battery casing, every dashboard panel, every tire, manufactured using petrochemicals refined by the same industry an EV is supposed to help you defeat. This is big oil's Trojan horse. A vehicle that looks like a gift to the environment, but is financed, charged, and physically built by the very industry it's supposed to leave behind. And every part of that horse is still on your bill. So, if big oil is already inside the car, and already inside the charger, there's only one place left to check: the bill you get every single month. Everything so far has been about who profits. This chapter is about what you're already paying, a number that's been added to your electricity bill without a single vote, a single ballot, or a single explanation. Electricity demand in the United States is rising faster than it has in over a decade, driven by artificial intelligence data centers, and by the growing number of electric vehicles now charging every single night. And who's building the new power plants to meet that demand? ExxonMobil is developing its first ever power plant, over a gigawatt of natural gas capacity, built specifically to run data centers. Chevron is developing similar plants of its own. Normally, if a company needs more power for its own operations, it pays for its own power plant. But when your local utility builds new generation to meet that same rising demand instead, the cost doesn't come out of a big oil balance sheet. It comes out of yours. This is the invisible tax, a charge added to electricity bills across the country to fund a grid expansion most people never asked for to power the servers and the charging stations that big oil is now supplying the fuel for. But trace where that money goes. And it helps fund the exact same gas-fired power capacity the same companies are now building to run the future you were told was electric. And here's what should really concern you. The same governments demanding you buy an AV by 2030 are the same governments approving these charges. Whatever you personally think about electric cars, here's the trap. It does not matter which side of this fight wins. You already lose the same amount either way. On June 12, 2025, President Trump signed 3 congressional resolutions revoking California's Clean Air Act waiver, the legal authority behind the country's closest thing to a national EV mandate. The White House called it ending the electric vehicle mandate for good. Minutes later, California and 10 other states sued, arguing the waiver was never a rule Congress had the power to revoke this way. Even the Senate's own nonpartisan referee agreed. Congress overruled its own referee and voted anyway. As of this video, that lawsuit is still unresolved. In the last month alone, the EPA sent 4 more of California's waivers to Congress, and California sued again. So here's the trap. If the courts side with California, the mandate comes back. And automakers already have a well-documented playbook for that. Raise the price of every gas-powered vehicle they sell to help cover the cost of the EVs they're required to sell at a loss, whether you personally buy an EV or not. And if the courts side with the White House, the mandate stays dead. The federal EV tax credit is already gone. It expired at the end of September 2025. But the power plants Big Oil is building to run AI data centers keep going up regardless, because that demand was never about your car. And the invisible tax from Chapter 3 keeps landing on your electric bill either way. This is the 2030 auto trap. A legal fight that looks like it's about your freedom to choose your next car. But watch closely. And the money already routes through the same handful of companies no matter which side the judge picks. The grid, the charger, the car itself, now the courtroom. There's only one question left, and it's the biggest one. By now, the pattern should be obvious. Every dollar you spend on energy this year, gas or electric, was always going to end up in the same place. This chapter is just where we add it all up. The grid you charge from, the company that told you it was clean, the car itself built from the same industry it's supposed to replace, the bill that quietly went up to pay for it, and the courtroom fight where they profit no matter who wins. Remember the number from the very start of this video. $9 trillion. The combined value of Big Oil's global fossil fuel empire. It was never actually at risk from electric cars. It was the down payment on all of this. This is the trillion-dollar checkmate. Big Oil didn't lose the EV revolution. Big Oil bought a seat at every table in it. The grid, the charger, the car, and the courtroom. So that however this plays out, they win. None of this means don't buy an EV, or don't fill up at the pump. It means understanding that whichever one you choose, you're paying into the same empire. So at least now you're paying with your eyes open. That's the $9 trillion question answered. But this war has more than one front. On Energy Wars, two forces clash. And now you know exactly where the effect lands. Next time on Energy Wars. Not all oil calls itself oil anymore. One side is rebranding as sustainable. The other side isn't even bothering to pretend. Green oil versus black gold. If your money is already in this fight, you might as well know how it ends. Subscribe. The next battle drops soon.